Coach Gordon Powers back with Model High School's football team. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I'm excited to be back at head coach. It's I'm kind of rejuvenated. Being assistant coach for a couple of years, and I took a year off. So yeah, I'm excited about coming back to Model, knowing the community and already having somewhat some roots here.
So tell me how that happened. How did they get you back coaching again?
Well, Coach Honeycutt was here for 2 years and was doing a really good job, and Floyd County restructured the way they were paying retired teachers and coaches to come back, and Coach Honeycutt just flat out couldn't afford to come back and coach. He was doing a good job. He planned on being here 5 or 6 years, so he left in the late spring, and they came to me and said, hey, you want to get back at it and take over, and it took me about 3 minutes to ask a couple of questions, and then I said yes, and I'm excited about it, and in the direction we're going.
One of the things about you're one of the only coaches that took Model to the playoffs several years ago. How's the team compared to years past, and can these guys do it again?
Well, I think we got the capability to do it again. A lot of things have to fall in place. We've got the biggest thing at Model is keeping kids out for football. We're losing a lot of kids from the middle school to the high school, and even from the 9th grade to the 10th grade. The key here is getting having kids come through the program and hitting the field with 20, 22, 24 seniors, which has not been done since I've been here. And I went back and looked, Tony, and the 2 best years I had are the 2 years that I had 14 and 16 seniors, and the worst years that I had here only had 7 seniors. So, I think that's an indication of having mature players that are seasoned and experienced, instead of always turning around and saying, well, we're young again.
How many you got this year? How many seniors?
Right now we've got 10. We've got 10. Our biggest groups are freshmen. We got right at 30 freshmen, which is an all-time high here. And we want to, you're going to lose a few, you'll pick up a few. So my goal is to try to get in the mid-20s by the time they're seniors. I think that'll help with the progress of the program.
One of the differences this year is the region realignment. Do you think? How do you feel about that?
Well, I think that's helped us in a way. It's helped us arrange our schedule a little different, to where we can get into some games that were more competitive, and we can see improvement. Anybody tells you that if you have 14 teams or 8 teams in a region, which is it going to be easier to try to make the playoffs? Well, it's definitely 8 teams. Our region was so big with 14 teams, and you're only going to take 4 to the playoffs. That's a pretty tough task for any team.
What were your expectations this year?
Well, we really didn't. We have some goals, but we just expect to get better. We expect to hit mid-season to 3/4 down the season and be in the hunt for a playoff position. And that's our expectations, is to build a good foundation. As I said, we only have 10 seniors, so we still have a young ball club. Is to get those guys to improve, and by mid-season get my sophomores playing like juniors, juniors playing like seniors, and be very competitive when we get into the region games.
What can the community expect from Model this year if they come out and watch a game?
Well, we try to make it, I know it's not my job to be an entertainer, but we try to make it entertaining. We've changed our offense where we spread it out a lot more, slinging around the field, try to make some things happen. And on defense, we get after it. We move a lot on defense. We're trying to put, I guess, more motion and emotion into our schemes. And I think it's the community's going to see guys that are not going to give up. They're going to see guys that hopefully are coached very well, and guys that have fun playing football.